In a striking escalation of tensions between the legislative and executive branches, President Joe Biden has asserted executive privilege to block the release of audio recordings from his interview with special counsel Robert Hur. These recordings are part of Hur's investigation into Biden's handling of classified documents. The president's decision has spurred House Republicans to advance contempt proceedings against Attorney General Merrick Garland for his refusal to comply with their subpoenas demanding the tapes. The Republican-led House Judiciary Committee voted narrowly to recommend that the full House hold Garland in contempt of Congress. While the Department of Justice had already provided transcripts of the interview, Republicans argued that the audio recordings were essential for their ongoing impeachment probe into the president. They contend that the verbatim transcripts alone do not capture critical nuances such as tone and inflection, which they believe could further illuminate the state of Biden's memory and potentially support allegations of his cognitive decline. Special counsel Robert Hur's investigation, which concluded without recommending criminal charges against Biden, nonetheless described the president in terms that alarmed his supporters. Hur's report characterized Biden as a well-meaning, elderly man with a poor memory. Particularly contentious was a section where the president struggled to remember key moments, such as the year of his son Beau Biden's death and his tenure as vice president. This portrayal has fueled Republican efforts to scrutinize Biden's cognitive fitness for office. Amid rising political and media scrutiny, White House counsel Ed Siskel defended the decision to assert privilege, pointing to concerns about maintaining the integrity of executive branch investigations. Siskel accused House Republicans of pursuing the audio recordings not out of necessity, but to distort them and use them for partisan political purposes. Assistant Attorney General Carlos Uriarte echoed these sentiments, suggesting that releasing the tapes would compromise future law enforcement efforts and raise serious separation of powers issues. Republican leaders, including House Judiciary Chairman Jim Jordan and House Oversight Chairman James Comer, remain undeterred. They claim the audio recordings are pivotal to their stalled impeachment inquiry and have criticized the executive privilege assertion as an attempt to hinder congressional oversight. Jordan voiced skepticism over the DOJ's cooperation, arguing that the provided transcripts are insufficient. His sentiments were mirrored by Speaker Mike Johnson, who suggested that Biden's actions indicate a fear of the tape's content being disclosed to the public. This legal and political standoff underscores larger, enduring questions about executive authority, the independence of judicial processes, and the balance of power in U.S. governance. AG Merrick Garland, defending the DOJ's stance, emphasized the unprecedented nature of the attacks on the department and reiterated that the withheld materials were crucial to protecting the integrity of sensitive investigations. As Republicans push forward with contempt proceedings, the broader political narrative around President Biden's age and fitness for office continues to evolve. This episode adds another layer to the complex interplay between the branches of government, exposing both procedural and ideological divides that resonate deeply within the American political landscape.